Hey, I'm Aleksib, and today we're gonna talk a bit about our bootcamp and what happened there. Regarding the setup and the place we were at, I think everything was perfect. We only had some minor PC difficulties both times we were on these bootcamps. So to me, I feel like everything was perfect, and both places we were at, both bootcamps were really fine. I feel like it was very important for the whole team when you form a new lineup. Winning even a smaller tournament can matter a lot, and I feel like this got us into the right track moving forwards. And overall, it just boosted our confidence through the roof. I feel like for the whole duration of the bootcamp, and that was really something we needed. We picked us two, and we started on the T side. I'm not exactly sure how the match started, but I think the score was pretty much tied once we switched the sides, and then we got 8 rounds in a row on the CT side, I'm pretty sure. And the score was 14-8, I think. And then TeamSpeak wise, everything like slipped apart. So we were saying too many things on the freeze time. It felt like everybody thought that we already won the match, and everybody wanted to close the match by doing like individual plays and own kind of like not team based stuff, or not the stuff that we have been going through on the server, or we've been like doing on practice every time. And after losing a couple of these rounds, the momentum went completely their ways, and then we realized that, oh shit, they're making the comeback, like we need to focus now. And then we just kept throwing these man advantage after plant situations, and that happens at times. But then they managed to make the comeback happen. We went outside, and I feel like the mood wasn't the greatest. I think everyone was really disappointed we couldn't close that game. But then I just reminded everyone that this is how the memo goes every time against EG. Maybe apart from like one time, but at least 3 times it felt like they won the first map every time. No matter what, they won the first map. So I just reminded them that this is how it goes every time. So now we're just going to the second map, guns blazing. Then they are gonna go outside, just as tilted as we are right now, and then we're gonna smash the third map. And that's pretty much how it went. We came up, we showed what we're capable of the second map, and then we smashed the third map as well, if I'm not mistaken. So it's really something to have this mentality switch, or overall people in our team who can hype each other up or to bring the mood back. This time I think it was me, but another game it might be Nico, it might be someone else that's making it happen. So it's great to win a series this way, I would say, because that just shows that you have some strength that maybe other teams don't have. We do some anti-stratting, and we go through some of the setups they run and where the op posts up and what to watch out for. But obviously you cannot remember everything, and you have to understand that the reason Simple and ZywOo, these players are so good, is because they don't play the same way every time. They always switch minor things up, and that's what's make them really surprising and really explosive, and just overall players that are really consistent because they cannot be read. So I feel like overall, if you know how a team approaches the game, and then you are having a good game against them, it can seem like that the enemy star player isn't having the best game, but maybe that's just overall because of the way we approach the game versus them. And if their whole team isn't doing good, then I just feel like the star player isn't doing as good as well. I feel like ZywOo had a below average game against us, which normally doesn't happen. But I'm not gonna take credit that we completely countered him. I don't think that's the case. Maybe he had an off game, but at the same time we kind of knew how they approach, and we played well. Personally, I don't even think flameZ played that bad of a final. He was there mentally, he was there physically, he was there for everything that the team needed during the whole final. I just feel like the whole team didn't step up to the plate when it mattered, and we were playing a really strong team as well, which might also affect all of the individual performances, because if the other team isn't doing any mistakes and everybody isn't playing their A game, we are not winning a single clutch like a 1-on-2 or anything to swing the momentum completely our way. It's already really hard to not only win, but for individuals to play really good as well. I feel like flameZ is playing really good, and when I talk with him after, I just feel like we need more experience. We just need him on better situations, and we have a lot of stuff to fix overall, no matter the map. So personally, I don't see this as an issue at all. If you are getting into grand finals as a 17-year-old and playing great tournaments, I just think that's really positive, and with more experience, with more confidence, he's gonna flourish going forwards. There's definitely a huge gap within them and the rest of the top 10 teams. They're playing beautiful CS right now. They're reaching every grand final there is. They're winning trophies left and right. They're winning MVPs, different players in every tournament popping off. So I think for them is everything's going so good for them right now, and maybe only the player break or every team studying their game can only make them a bit worse, and maybe they start to fall down a bit after that. But I just feel like when I watch them, the style they have and the gameplay they play, there isn't a lot of room for error. So I don't think they can ever fall. They cannot ever fall down that hard. I think they will be in the top 5 for a long time to come. I think the only thing that can affect them is some motivation issues or something along those lines. If we get more experience, we play more officials, we can fix our map pool to almost perfect, meaning that we get more officials on the new map pool we have. That's when we can actually start thinking about, can we break into the top 5 possibly, and can we be a solid top 5 team if that ever happens. And personally, my goal right now is to play good every tournament, and the top 5 spot will come if we manage to do that. And then you have to set new goals along the way. So, pretty funny question, but I think we're lacking a lot. But at the same time, if we just keep grinding, if we just keep having experience like we just had on the bootcamp, I think it's not even gonna take that long until we are more consistent and we might surprise even more people. I think for mantuu, the last year was the kind of the learning curve in his role as an AWPer and overall approaching CS in a completely different way. He has always been playing CS. And right now, with this roster, I feel like he's one of the players who wants to prove others and also is showing that learning curve, take himself to the next step needed. And he's just been doing so much hard work that I'm really proud of him as an individual and as my teammate, because he's been working really hard and now it seems to pay off. And yeah, I don't think there is too much to say to it except for hard work pays off, because that's what he's showing right now. And I hope that he's bringing this form to every tournament. And even though he might not be in the same form, he's still playing insanely good. So even 5% less is really really good for me. I definitely feel that the new lineup, the new project, has reached a new level. Being in the top 10 isn't that important, because we could be rank 11 the next week, or we could be rank 9, or something else, you never know. But the trajectory and us being more towards the top and being in a good form and playing good, enjoying the game. I think those are the things that matter the most. And it obviously feels good to play good CS, and I hope we're gonna keep showing it. Overall, IEM Cologne has always been a really prestigious tournament that everybody is talking about. Personally, I've never been in the playoffs in IEM Cologne on LAN. We got into the playoffs 2020, but it was obviously online, so I never got to experience it. But now, since it's studio LAN, it's different, but it's 50% different. Not even sure if 50% is gonna make it justice, because the fact that there is no crowd makes it it just isn't the same. You cannot compare it. I think it's online, then there is studio, then there is LAN, and obviously right now we are headed towards the LAN environment, and that's a really good sign. And I'm excited to at least have something different going on. But I think all the fans and everyone wants the LAN environment and the hype of the fans and the hype of the casters when a good play happens. That's what we're all waiting for, but I think this is a good step closer to that, and I just hope everything goes fine. Hope there is no health related issues at all when the tournament is ongoing, and maybe that can that can mean that after the player break there might be a LAN with some audience already. So we visited Valde's new apartment, and the moment we got there, um, all the barbecue gear, so to say, were in boxes. So all the chairs, the table, the grill, everything was in their original boxes, and all like we had to build everything. So it was kind of a nice bait by Valde to say that let's go to his place for barbecue, but actually it was team building literally, where we all the team was building stuff for him. But no, it was honestly super fun. We had great weather. Londers was there with us. Everybody was having a good time. We were vibing to good music and overall helping a teammate out as well, because I know that that kind of stuff is annoying, and that barbecue just tasted extra special after you know that you at least made something happen there on the backyard. It was nice. Lastly, I want to thank everyone who's watching this video right now and all the fans overall. During the 17-day bootcamp, I also checked the Discord channel out after, and I felt it was super nice to see all the fans reacting to our games live. And after the games, they're going through some good messages and bad messages. But overall, I just think it's so nice to see your fan base being this big and being this loyal as well. And I just can't wait to make you more proud in the future and win us a trophy at some point. But right now it's 2 a.m. in Finland. Maybe not the best time to film this video, but I need to catch some sleep. I hope I made some sense in this video. Um, I hope I elaborated on some questions. Maybe you had some thoughts on how things were at the bootcamp, and I'm looking forward to making some new videos for you guys. See you then.